Doris, always growing pains, a feeling out process. It's always interesting to watch that being put together.
There are, Kev. There always seem to be a couple of welcome to the NBA moments as a rookie. Certainly you might take your lumps here and there, but this is a talented young group. Can't wait to see what they do.
I can't either. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Embiid with it. Harris up top, guarded by O'Neal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second.
Boy, guys, you think about it. A very respectable 50 wins for the Jazz last year. That's a 5 seed in the absolute brutal West. But now what do you think? The playoffs, when it counts the most, you bowed out in 5 games to the Houston Rockets.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Embiid against Gobert. Mitchell outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Richardson. That one rolling around and rims out. And the Jazz front office said, we have a very good team, but we don't have a great team. So with that in mind, Doris, how do they get there?
Well, I think, Kevin, obviously you begin with Donovan Mitchell, who had experienced some growing pains in year 2. You have to adjust to having that bullseye on your back.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Conley. Over Simmons. Misses off the right iron.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Richardson, good.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To the inside, here's Bogdanovich, and it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes.
Simmons banked in off the glass.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now, here's Mitchell. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Clippers. Conley scanning the floor. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. Here's Embiid, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world and a personality made for stardom.
The break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder. Second, Joel Embiid. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Utah with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. Gobert dishes to Conley. And that time, also a missed shot.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Mitchell outside. Conley against Simmons. 9 feet out. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. On defense, Utah. Still without a basket in the game. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Back to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Horford.
I'll tell you, Mitchell locked in on the defensive end. He's so good getting after it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Conley. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Conley against Horford. Shot from 12. And he gets the jumper to drop.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Here's Richardson. Here's Embiid. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. Mitchell wide open.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
And a miss there off the inbound. And it's Simmons penetrating. Count that bucket. Simmons got 6 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Jazz trail by 16. Outside Conley. Down low. Here's Gobert. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish.
Harris outside. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Bradley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Pass to Harris. He can't hit that time. So Utah will take it the other way. Here's Mitchell on the money with the open jumper.
How about a nice bounce to his step from Donovan Mitchell? Get in the catch-and-shoot game, sir.
Mitchell against Richardson. There's the pass to Simmons. That's tipped and stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's O'Neal. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Horford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
I'll tell you, for all the intangibles that Al Horford brings to the table every night, the leadership, there is such a humble, authentic, unselfish nature that I think sets the tone for the whole team.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And the veteran leader, Al Horford, a calm, quiet locker room presence, Doris, but his words carry a lot of weight.
No doubt, Kevin. Why? Because he's always team first, because he plays the game the right way, and this helps create a culture of winning. It's why Al Horford is so coveted.
And Al Horford drops them both.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
And let's take a look now at Joel Embiid's numbers. Coming off a terrific season, 2nd in rebounding, 4th in scoring, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. Now here is Conley. They really needed more from him in that loss to the Clippers.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him. I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. And it's Korkmaz in for Harris. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate.
Here's Mitchell. Here's Niang. Back to Mitchell. Over Simmons. And that one goes long.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Niang. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Mitchell outside. Shot to stop the run. And Embiid with the block. Now here's Ennis. Ingles covering. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. There's the 3. Rebound, Utah. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Green kicks to Mitchell. Back to Green. Pass to Niang. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Doris, you and I and a lot of the people that cover this league see some very strange things, and I think about Ben Simmons with the 76ers. Phenomenal at almost everything he does on the floor, except shooting the ball, which is so strange.
It's crazy, Kevin, and when you think about how important shooting is to today's NBA, that he could be an all-star caliber player without it is nothing short of remarkable. 6'10", maybe fastest player end-to-end with the ball in his hand. Extraordinary vision in the open floor. But Kev, I believe, and I wonder what you think, does he need to add that jump shooting?
Well, he's got to, Doris. I mean, if he wants to be the kind of player he thinks he is and where he wants to go. I don't know how you can play in this game and not shoot the ball.
He's going to be exposed. Exactly right.
So he gets them both. Philadelphia leading by 15. The pass to Simmons. An easy 2 points on the layup. Simmons got 11 points.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
They get it again. Scott dishes to Simmons. Yes, that goes in. He's got 13.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Niang passes to Green. Bradley trying to break free. Not going to go that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
But how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
And they double up Simmons. Here's Korkmaz. No good on the triple.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
On the wing, Ingles. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The Jazz again can't hit it.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Green. Outside, Simmons. Elbow shot is on the way. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 19-point game. Passes it to Niang. 1:29 left to play in the first. To the paint. Shoots from the right block. And there's the bucket as Green finishes it off.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Simmons. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball.
That's his first personal foul.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And he makes the first.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Here's Thibault after Jeff Green's bucket. Here's Embiid. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
Utah shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
First one falls for him.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Both free throws good from Green.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Pass to Thibault. Here's Korkmaz. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now Mitchell. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Philadelphia holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing. But it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Green plays the 4 with Gobert at center. Then it's Joe Ingles. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's Niang in at the shooting guard. Ingles finds Mitchell. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Simmons. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Ingles. Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
First free throw is good. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
You hear these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case, but it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
For Philadelphia, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Then for the Jazz, Bogdanovich comes in for Jeff Green. And O'Neal subbed in for Joe Ingles. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Conley kicks to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Utah. Another miss by Utah.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The drive by Mitchell, and it's blocked. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
The great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Richardson outside. Harris against O'Neal. Harris's shot is off. Jazz trail by 16. The drive by Mitchell. Pass to Richardson. Here's Thibault. Covered by Mitchell. Thibault can't get it to go. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Utah. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Now the pass to Gobert. And he drops it in from the low post.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Pass to Horford. Out to the right wing. Fader on the way. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Now here is Conley. Gobert the pass to Conley. Just 4 to shoot. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Gobert.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Thibault the pass to Richardson. Harris with it. Elbow shot. Jump shot is good. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to Gobert. And it's sent back by Horford. O'Neal against Harris. Pass to Thibault. Now here's Richardson. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland. Over Conley. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Horford. Richardson's got 6 points.
Love how Al Horford shares the basketball. He does whatever he can to make his team.
And reveal last season's top shot blockers. Rudy Gobert, third.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Out left to the wing. Conley against Richardson. Jacks up a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Conley's got his second basket of the night.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
Richardson kicks to Harris. Back to Richardson. Gobert against Horford. The pass to Thibault. 6 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot for 3. Richardson. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Conley. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Conley's got 5 points now in the quarter. The 76ers leading by 11. Here's Thibault. He kicks it to Ennis. A rebound by the Jazz. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounds or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, if you're going to create more points, you need to create extra possessions. And getting wiped out on the boards kept that from happening.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Guarded by Harris. Passes to Conley. Clock at 6. From deep.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Thibault. Finished off the break. And the 76ers lead by 13.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Out to Conley from past the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Conley's got 8 here in the quarter.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Richardson against O'Neal. A nice shot by Harris.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Conley against Richardson. A second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
See, I have so much appreciation for the way Rudy Gobert plays the game. This guy takes smart shots on the offensive end. He uses that reach to perfection on the defensive end. He is a defense unto himself.
And the first one drops. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Here's Gobert after Ben Simmons' bucket. Here's Niang. Second shot opportunity. Gobert the pass to Green. Right wing. Here's Niang. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Green. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 21 points per game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds.
He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Here's Korkmaz. Here's Harris. Conley grabs the miss. Jazz trail by 10. The drive by Green.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Embiid kicks to Korkmaz. No good on the three. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Green. Gobert dishes to Green. And stolen by Harris. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Man, that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
The Jazz working the ball around now.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Embiid, no good.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Bradley's checked in for the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell comes in for George Niang. There's 1:17 left in the second quarter. Conley against Harris. 6 to shoot. Mitchell right side. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. No good that time. Simmons with the defensive effort. Here's Harris. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Jazz trail by 14. Mitchell outside. And here is Ingles. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Mitchell outside. Off target from three-point range.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Conley with it. Looking to end the run. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Offensive rebound.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Feeds to Harris. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
A free throw off from Harris.
Interesting story about Rudy Gobert. He was an excellent student in high school, but he was getting into physical fights. So what does his mom do? Play sports, my son. Track and field, martial arts, even ping pong. What I love, though, is he has not lost that tough disposition.
Harris passes to Horford. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Simmons against Conley. Tipped away. And here we go. 76ers running again. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. To the left side wing. Lets it go from deep. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Now Gobert, 8 points for him. O'Neal with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. O'Neal kicks to Gobert. 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Connects from three-point range. Mitchell's got 10 points.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Embiid finds Richardson. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. O'Neal passes to Conley. And here is Mitchell. Launches a three.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. No good on the free throw.
Well, Al Horford, one of the most respected veterans in this league. Why? Well, he's unselfish, and it's always about team first.
He's off on the second. The drive by Mitchell. Conley for three. Knocks down the three ball. Conley's got 13.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Simmons against Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Simmons. Jazz trail by 14. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
We know this about Donovan Mitchell. This guy shows no fear even inside. Draws the foul there.
Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D Wade with how he plays.
The first one falls.
Boy, you have to admire Donovan Mitchell. This guy is capable of playing either guard position, and he plays with so much passion and energy, guys. It's infectious.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Mitchell against Richardson. Simmons left side. Pass to Horford. 4 on the shot clock. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
The Jazz haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
One shot.
Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose. Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Harris against O'Neal. And the basket by Harris.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Jazz trail by 13. Outside Conley. Now the feed to Gobert. And Embiid with the block. Mitchell against Richardson. Outside Simmons. Over Conley. No good from Simmons. Jazz have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And it's sent back by Horford. Simmons left side, and Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, the quickness, the size, and the speed of Simmons really breathtaking, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Now here's Conley. He's got 15. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Embiid. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Now, here's Richardson. He's got 10. Horford. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Al Horford just goes about his business, and that's an easy opportunity right there.
Conley against Simmons. Now here's Conley. Tight defense on him. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got 12.
I'll tell you, you cannot give Rudy Gobert an inch of space when he's working the glass. This guy excels at using his reach.
Here's Thibault. Just 5 on the clock. He tries for 3. Rebound, Utah. Now here is Conley. 15 points in the game. They double-team Conley. Mitchell outside. Kicks to O'Neal. Shoots it. It's deflected. Here's Simmons. 21 points in the game, and Simmons slams it in.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Now here's Conley. Here's Gobert, and it's sent back by Horford. And they get it back. They retain possession. And another shot. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Utah calls timeout. Well, maybe not. The Jazz also changing it up. Bradley's checked in for Gobert. Green comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joe Ingles in for Royce O'Neal. Now here's Green. He's got 10. Dishes to Conley. The pass to Mitchell. He feeds it to Bradley. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Up top, Simmons. Guarded by Green. Shot from 12. Utah with the rebound. Bradley's got his 5th rebound in this one. The drive by Mitchell. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And the Jazz with possession here. Down by 15.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bradley. Outside Conley. Passes it to Bradley. And here is Mitchell. He's got 15. Conley inside the line. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Thibault. Covered by Mitchell. Thibault can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Conley finds Bradley. Here's Mitchell. They get the rebound. The wide open look here for Ingles. And the 3 ball is good. Ingles has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Thibault. Covered by Conley. 2 points. That one goes. And now it's up to 25 points for Ben Simmons.
And the feel for the game Simmons has, so adept at cashing in on what the D gives him off these pick and roll.
Mitchell right side. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Thibault. Covered by Mitchell. Conley against Simmons. Softly drops in the floater. Simmons got 8 points here in this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Tries from 10, and it's sent back by Horford. And he recovers it.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Ennis is checked in. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Scott can't get it to go. Conley against Simmons. Outside, Green. Back to Conley. Over Simmons. Another miss by Utah.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now, here's Horford. 6 points for him.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Korkmaz passes to Horford. 4 on the clock. But they recover it. Simmons dishes to Ennis. Mitchell against Horford. Ennis. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 6th rebound on the night. Got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Philadelphia 76ers. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Everybody keep shooting the ball. All right? Jumpers will go. All right? They come in flurries. You miss a couple, you make a couple, all of a sudden, bam, bam.
Wanting to keep it fast and loose, Quinn Snyder asking his guys to stay aggressive on offense.
And you have to take the shots that the system is designed to create. If you don't, everybody gets bogged down, and that creates much bigger problems.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Ingles is the 3 and Green the 4. And it's Bradley in at the center position.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Now here is Conley. Green breaking loose. Conley's shot is off.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
Here's Mitchell. Outside Bradley. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's Conley. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Korkmaz kicks to Simmons. Feeds it to Harris. Shoots. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Here's Bradley after the made shot from Joel Embiid. It's stolen by Ennis. The finish, and Ennis slams it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Here's Mitchell after the Sixers pick up 2. Pass to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Mitchell right side. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Now the 76ers with it. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Richardson, he's checked in for James Ennis. The Jazz also changing it up. Gobert, he's checked in for Bradley. Bogdanovich comes in for Green. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Joe Ingles. That's good from Harris. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there, you're correct. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Boy, they wasted no time getting the ball up the court. Great decision to push it and make the sharp pass to the rim.
Simmons against Conley. And the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. To halt the run. He takes it up and lays it in. Mitchell's got 19 points.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Richardson against Mitchell. Richardson outside. O'Neal with the defensive effort. For Utah, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
When he's determined to finish, Donovan Mitchell is so good powering through whatever the defense puts in his path.
Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have 2 candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
And it's slammed in by Smith.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Here's Williams-Goss. That shot is off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's Harris. Another shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the Jazz making a change here. Kids checked in. That's good from Harris. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Burke looking over the floor. Charity strike shot. Harris misses. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Pass to Niang. Kicks it to Kidd. Shot clock at 5 and stolen by Burke. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Utah with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. Count that one for Williams-Goss.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Ball's knocked loose. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Lays it in off the breakaway. Williams-Goss has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Now, here is Smith. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Now here is Harris. Over Ingles. Harris misses.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Now, here's Mitchell, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, he sees the play developing, takes care of his responsibility. Just terrific job defensively.
Chalk up 2 there. Harris has got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Conley against Harris. Outside, Simmons. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And Simmons is just the total package. I mean, a player that can really dish it to his teammates.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Here's what Philadelphia is going with right now. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. James Ennis comes in for Harris. Smith checked in for Josh Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Ben Simmons. 3 on the clock. Oni. And it falls over the rim and in. Burke with it. Smith outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Horford. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Now, how about the strength of Horford? It allows him to finish the play, and he'll get one more.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Tobias Harris comes in for Ennis. Richardson, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Ben Simmons in for Trey Burke. That's good from Horford. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
How about this guy? He comes into the league as an undrafted free agent, and Joe Ingles has more than proven his worth. The high IQ, the lights-out shooting from deep, so much to love about Ingles.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Joel Embiid. Zaire Smith comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Burke in for Simmons. And one of those glue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys, such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Now, here's Burke. Horford kicks to Smith. Clock at 4. Shoots the 3. Ingles with the rebound. The Jazz shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Philadelphia.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Ben Simmons.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Free throw drops for Al Horford. Of course, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Picked off in midair. Here's Williams-Goss again with the block.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one. Scotty's checked in for Al Horford.
Scott.
Here's Williams-Goss. Burke covering. And it's blocked by O'Quinn.
Well, just such an active presence on the defensive end. Kyle O'Quinn, get that weak stuff out of here.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Burke. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Pass to Williams-Goss. Shoots over Burke. Count that one for Williams-Goss.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on